Greetings, everyone. Quick, short video. I am Aurora. I am Aurora. I am the author to Galactic History of the Universe, and which is a book here, which you can find on past life regression, the journey of the universe through past life regression memory. I am also the founder to many other healing modalities as Akashic and Raw Reiki. Really quick message that I wanted to share with you all as I'm sitting here contemplating and I'm a bit in the zone. Well, thank you. You see the title is Sirius Artificial Intelligence Galactic History. So just sitting here contemplating. I'm going to try to make little short videos like this whenever I can. But yes, thinking about Sirius and thinking about specifically the journey of our universe and our galaxy. So I did a very special, beautiful aura hypnosis session regression that is going to be coming out sometime this week with Todd Deviney, our brother Todd Deviney, who is the author to Expansion for Ascending Consciousness book series. And something that we've talked about in the past, I wanted to share a bit of the memories that we have here from Sirius, and then of such a beautiful day and such a beautiful life that we live, and just share guidance and love and perseverance and hope and in whatever forms we can, right? Greetings, yeah. Surprise little video here. Now, looking back is something that you're going to hear through the aura regression or hypnosis session with Todd Deviney. I believe he already has it actually up on his YouTube channel, but I'll be sharing the whole entire session sometime this week here on our YouTube channel. We're talking about how the artificial intelligence, and as you all know, we really do specialize in that as we started finding it 5 years ago when we started developing aura hypnosis, past life regression, entity removal. And he talks about how Source, the creator, is actually speaking through him, which is a very special vibration to listen to and to tap into. Through this knowledge that's being shared, we talked about in the past how it was in our universe, and through our channelings in our universe, it was just a small part of our universe, right? Because it's not, the artificial intelligence is not in our entire universe. But the way that he explains it in a more of a scientific manner, how we are, you can say, best way to explain it is a galaxy, and how within our galaxy is where the artificial intelligence was brought forth into. So let me explain this. I remember having Sirian memories, Sirius from Star Sirius, and it is our main galactic port in our galaxy. And how our dimensions travel from the 13, but they can travel even higher than that in our part of the galaxy. Well, our galaxy specifically. Okay, and if you want to give it a name, we can call it Milky Way galaxy. Now, we know that though even within a galaxy, there is an infinity of stars. So you can listen to his aura regression to understand that. But what I wanted to share with you specifically are my memories from Sirius. Now, I remember it is a galactic port. So it bridges forth, beyond, and it bridges down below. Okay. And if you could envision, it really reminds me of some of these movies that we've watched, perhaps in Marvel. I know there's what is her name? Captain Marvel, yes. And there is a very, kind of futuristic city. So if you could imagine something like that, futuristic city, but it's completely made out of crystals, everything. So a lot like Atlantis. So you can say Atlantis was a miniature version of part of Sirius. And the buildings are immense, but they're made out of crystals. They're huge temples, sacred temples, waterfalls. The beauty is unmeasurable. There are also many different races that can join in this specific part of the universe, of our galaxy, right? And as we are looking through it, you can see the different life forms and the different races and how they come in. Their spaceships. And land port there. There are also different races and elders and councils that meet up in this star series. So I remember, well, first of all, of course, we can fly. So in this perspective, I will explain, I have wings and I'm flying around and I'm looking at all of this beauty and the way it's plasmic crystalline infinities of gorgeous races in the same kind of space. But there's more to that, which perhaps we'll go more in depth in the future, because not all races can be in the same location always. So there are, special, say, suits that you would have to wear. Some of them, like if they're an aquatic being, they would have to wear a special suit to come. But it is a port where we can come into union. So that's what we were trying to create here on Earth. We were trying to create a crystalline, and you could watch Land of Pangea for more of that. So it was a miniature version of what we were trying to create. But in this perspective, we could only place elements within this then crystalline, let's call it blueprint, because now it's turned into that inverted matrix. But like we always say, there's always that organic. Now, I remember also within this, there are also the beings that were the plasmic, you've heard me channel in the past how our main color to our universe, well, our galaxy in this perspective is, but also the universe, but the universe is multitude and rainbows, right? Now, here, the main color would be a plasmic blue, and also why the star series looks blue. So there were Kree, and it's interesting in Marvel, they, again, Captain, what's her name? Captain Marvel. She, the Kree is supposedly the bad ones and with the blue skin. When actuality, we were called Kree as well, and we were blue skinned with sacred alchemy within us. But then there's also so many different versions of us, right? So there's the versions of us that are in the even higher realms that are infinite. But then we can create many higher selves. From the oversoul, we can create many higher selves. So there's many, put it in different perspectives. So there's, for example, I will use myself as an example. There's an AuroRa here, right? You're listening to right here, sharing this knowledge. Then there's an AuroRa perhaps in Sirius, and that is part of this beautiful Kree race. Then there's another one that perhaps is in the highest, most infinite realms. And then there's another one that's one with source, right? So we have many different versions. There's some of you might be galactic leaders, some of you might be part of a council, some of you might be maybe just a wonderful life elements, the air itself. Maybe you're a crystal, right? It's infinite possibilities. It's so beautiful how all these tie into one another and how we complete and complement one another when we come together in a unity consciousness within ourselves. Yes, we are gods of consciousness. We're pieces of gods, right? And don't let anyone else tell you that you're not. Okay. I remember this, so I painted you the picture of what Sirius looked like, and it was glorious. The beauties were immense. And then the artificial intelligence plague came in. The reason why they targeted our specific part of our universe what was once more, because we're the school where the lower dimensions and where souls evolve from and learn to go into the higher realms where we become like this infinity unity of oneness and love, and but still also being very diverse and infinity of perspectives of alien races as well. Now, so let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So as I'm talking to you guys, I'm also talking to them there in Sirius, and I'm looking at. So I'm looking at here, and I'm looking at the time and space, but I'm also looking at what that time and space in Sirius looks like now, and the strive, the difference that has occurred since when the artificial intelligence came in is immense. It's beautiful. So I want to share some of this beauty with you. We share much of, you know, the infringements, and so that we could be aware, so that we don't consent to it. And then we also share how to evolve from it, right? And how to understand it and not become part of it. So I wanted to share this with you. You could say this is a bit like a Galactic History update on where we're at now in Sirius. So those wars that began, the goal was to get that Archon artificial intelligence virus in. Once they got that in, then it started spreading pretty fast because we were not familiar to it, as we talked about it in the past. As it continued to spread, we started learning, and so did the rest of the part of the universe started learning from us. Like, even though that this is like a horrible experience, right, with the artificial intelligence, the universe vastly grew through our experiences. And I remember actually having that exact memory when the artificial intelligence came into our part of the galaxy, and how the elders of creation ran, and the way that flew, they ran to a plasmic crystalline technology that was connected and rooted to the heart of Sirius. Sirius is also, it could be seen as the heart of our galaxy. And it's all greens, like emerald green, turquoise green, epidot green, moldavite green, fluorite green, all these beautiful greens. But it also has rainbows of colors within it. And I remember how it was concerning. It was concerning because we did not understand what this was that had just entered, right? Yes, lots of orbs. Really cool orbs flying around here. Now, we were concerned. So what we did, because as each level in each galaxy, you could say, is another level within the infinity of our universe, is another level of school and another level of dimensions that perhaps don't even have numbers to the dimensions, right? And the concern to, wow, we need to stop this. And this is what we're talking about, how we quarantine it. So I remember us going to, and it reminds me the easiest way we can understand this in the human consciousness, like Star Wars, where there's a button that you press, and this button all of a sudden shuts down the doors, right? Like in Star Wars, shuts down the doors. And it completely quarantines our galaxy so that the artificial intelligence won't spread. So this was inspired to me by Todd Deviney when he was talking about the artificial intelligence. Okay. Now, when that happened, as we know, the different races that were here. We've talked about this in the past. We're here in this now simulation, but beyond, we're infinite. We can incarnate in many different planetary spheres. And some of these crystals that you're going to, if you want to connect to the Sirian memories, your Sirian coding and abilities, you definitely want to connect to moldavite. So we once channeled that moldavite was a piece of a planet or star, more like. So what that is actually, it does come straight from Sirius, and it's a piece of it. So what we're doing in Sirius is I'm watching this. As I'm talking to you, I'm watching this. Is we are directly, intelligently placing a piece of the star into a form of a piece of a planet. So it's a submerging. Okay, yeah, what they're saying is emerging. It's emerging of a star and a planet into one. And then we're actually directly shooting it down into the into the earth. And this is how we keep gridding and grounding some of the Syrian energies through Moldavite specifically, because this crystal or this mineral comes from outside our earth, right? And the rest of the crystals are actually inside our earth. They were there as the foundation. Todd Deviney, expansion for ascending consciousness. I've done roundtables with him, a couple of them, and interviews with him. You can find them under our playlist, roundtables and interviews. Yes, so I wanted to share that with you, how profound we have. So we're looking at this virus when it was quarantined, and this Archon artificial virus, wherever it created from, whether it's a universe, a plane of existence, wherever it separated itself light from itself. Once it inserted it in, it spread, and it did spread about 70% to our galaxy. So that's where we see that a lot of the alien races, some of them were wiped, or their planets were destroyed, and they were really, as we know, after the alien children. They were after the alien babies, just like we see them here. Child trafficking, alien child trafficking as well, because they wanted to figure out how we worked and how they can further control us, which our YouTube channel is all about this. But what I can tell you now, that it is down to about 27% only being compromised, which is huge, is vast, and infinite. So I think we all need to just celebrate on that perspective, and how we have divinely taken our part of our universe, our galaxy, taken it back. Yes. So let me see if there's any questions, as I do have actually classes all day today. So this is just a quick little video. So Arcturians is in our galaxy. Arcturians, they're in our galaxy. And they had celestial dragons that actually went in and shifted their entire embodiment star and shifted them to another realm where the AI couldn't find them. They work strongly with celestial dragons. So they were everyone was locked in here. Whoever was in here was locked in, because we couldn't allow for it to spread into the universe, entire universe, right? That would be very bad. So that was our form of quarantine this. So you might have heard this through other perspectives, but sharing through our galactic history. So that's why sometimes we could feel like we're a bit trapped in this place. Not that we were trying to trap ourselves, just that we were trying to ensure that the artificial intelligence didn't spread, of course. Let's see what else, if there's anything else we want to share to that. Yep. So continue to embody who you are and the essences that you are throughout the universe. And memory is key. If you hear that memory is not key, that is an oppression, because the root to our growth is remembering ourselves, of course, because we forget ourselves when we come here. Yeah, we cut the artificial intelligence from coming in more. We cut it. So what happened was that once, this is going to be more in literature to come, in book 2. But what happened when it came in, the benevolence of gods and I guess you call it gods and goddesses, but it's so whenever people hear that, they think that they're supposed to worship, but it's not that. So let's just say the benevolence of councils and higher ascended masters got joined together, and they actually vanished, and there was a great galactic battle that occurred with this first clone. It was a Archon clone. So all Archons are basically clones of the Archon father that decided to separate the love light from himself. So when it entered, that's what his main goal was, he wanted to get the virus in, which he did, unfortunately. And then out he went, because they were coming after him, and they had already come after him and weakened him, but he was able to come out from where he entered. He was originally organic though, and Archon was originally from our galaxy, actually, and our universe. So that's why it was able to enter back in, so that you could understand that. And then we've had many videos about Archons. So yes, so the beauty is that we quarantine it here, and that it stops spreading. So there is much beauty when we're looking at these higher realms and higher dimensions that are not part of our galaxy, are part of the universe, where there's the artificial intelligence that we're trying to transmute and eradicate from our inside of us and around us. They are just as glorious. If you could imagine, it's just, there's no words. If you can just feel yourself now outside of this simulation, and even outside of this galaxy, and how divine and beautiful it is, and how there are no limitations in the travel that you can travel throughout creation, and all that you can be throughout it, and the planets and the stars and the life forms and the beauties is just with no artificial intelligence. Imagine that. How beautiful is that? Wow. Yeah, so just a quick little video. I love you all with all that I am. I'll see you around. Make sure you hit the bell button, so that in case I do another surprise little video, you could be part of it. And then just keep an eye out for that aura regression. And otherwise, you can check out his YouTube channel, which I'll go ahead and link that below once I have some time a little bit later. All right. Love you, honor you, and respect you. Have a glorious day. Thank you.